Hi all, welcome back to Learning Partner. So we started Angular 22 tutorial. So all the basic topics are completed, right? We started with installation, component, data binding, routing, what are directives, control flow, forms, with validation, API call integration, services and pipes and lifecycle hooks. Now, before starting a project, we are going to complete a project folder structure. Okay, how do we set up a folder structure? How do we organize our files, component, directives, right? Custom pipes. How do we organize it? How do we do the same thing in while working on the live project also? Whenever we work on a company, how should be your folder structure? So that thing we are going to see. Once this is done, then we will start our small application, which will be employee management application, so that everyone will be able to relate to this project. Right now, when you talk about folder structure, so folder structure as in Angular, we have a architecture pattern. We call it as a micro front end, but that is something else. But inside that also, we have to set up our project. You know, instead of laying your file anywhere else, you create a proper folder structure. So it will be easy, scalable, and clean folder structure. Okay. So what I will do, I will create a new project. Let me open a command prompt. Ng new, let's say Angular 22 setup name I'm giving. Let's wait. Yeah, CSS only I'm going. I don't want SSR. I'm saying no. Then it will ask any AI agent you need. I will say none. And now it is creating the project. Okay. So it is installing NPM packages. Where is my project? Let's open the VS Code now. New window. So inside this is the folder of our project. So let's select it now. So this is our empty folder, right? Empty project. Now, when you talk about folder structure, so let me open a notepad just to give a heads up what things we normally have. So consider what do we call it? That what things are there in Angular? So we have components. Again, in component, there are two types of component. One component which we connect with the route. So we will call it as a pages. Another component will be your reusable component. So reusable components, right? Then what we have? You can create custom directives, custom pipes, right? Instead of storing your URL everywhere, you create a constant. There you store everything. Sometimes, as per our need, we have to use enum also, right? So, like this, so many things are there. So, instead of creating everything in a simple folder, we create proper folder structure. Okay, let's see it now. So, first, we create core folder. So inside your app folder, you create a core folder. Now, what things will be in the core folder? The things which are not directly connected with the UI, which doesn't have anything to do with the template. So let's say services. Services has nothing to do with the UI template, right? So services folder. Then when you create an API, when you integrate an API, when you get the data from the API, instead of going any, we should create models, either class, interface, or the type. So for that, we create a model folder. Model folder. So here you will create again classes. Then you can, sorry, it new folder. You will create a classes or you will create interfaces. Just a minute, on model folder we have to create interfaces. Then sometimes we create type also. So you will create folder as types also. Okay. So instead of going any, you should strongly type everything, employee object. So what things are there? So you create a class or interface or the type also. So this is everything into the model folder. Then let's say you are working on a project where multiple roles are there. So roles might be at least two, three, right? Guest user, employee user, admin, super admin. So you sometimes create an enum. So in core folder, you create enums. Different enums can be there. Sometimes it can be role, sometimes it can be status, it can be anything. So enum folder we will have. Then we need constant folder. Now in constant folder, sometimes if your project is very small, so in one constant file only you can have everything, your validation messages, your regular expression, API call method name, everything. You can have it over there also. Let's say your files are in your project, you have file upload. So, Azure or AWS file, constant URL that you keep it over here. So the data which will be hard code, instead of hard coding it everywhere, you keep it in a constant. So if you want to change, you just have to change it at a single place. Okay. So constant folder. Then we will have guards. Different types of guards are there. Can activate, can deactivate, resolvers, like that. So in guards folder, you will create your can activate guard. Let's say you have a role based guard, so that you will create. Resolver is also kind of a guard, but it's a separate thing. So we will have a separate folder for resolvers. Okay. We are going to see all these things in advanced tutorial, but for now, I'm just naming it. Okay. Resolver will be there. So we have constant. Then we have interceptor. Let's say your APIs are authenticated. So you need to pass the token. So you need interceptors also. Again, you can have multiple interceptor, one interceptor to send all the headers and the tokens, another interceptor to do the error handling. So you can have multiple interceptor, right? So these things doesn't has to do anything with the UI, right? Okay. Sometimes we can have helper function also. Now, what will be helper functions? Let me just create. Let's say you have a function which doesn't need any your data or something. It's a pure function which will accept some data, which will accept some parameter, and it will return something. So instead of keeping that in your service, you create a helper function. It's a simple TypeScript file, module file. You will export all the function. Wherever you want to need it, you will use it. Okay. So function which is not related to any module, it's a generic function. Let's say you want to create a function which will sort array, which will filter array. You want to create a function which will format particular date in a particular format. So like that, these are pure function. You can put it into your helper function. So this will not be in any one of your dependencies. Okay. Wherever you need it, you inject it, you use it. That's it. Pure function. Okay. So these are the things which we will have into your core folders. So after core folder, you will have a folder which will call it as a pages. Now in this, you will have components only, but these are the components which are feature specific, task specific, model specific. So let's say your project is employee management application. So inside that, you will create first folder, let's say employee, and all the component. Then you will have, let's say, attendance. Then let's say you will have documents. These are nothing but your major modules of the feature. Now, all the component related to employees will go into the employee folder. So these are the component which you are actually going to create a routes. Okay. Let me create something. Employee form. This is first component. Then you will need one more component for the employee list. Just an example I'm taking. Okay. Like that, all the feature component will be here. These are the component in pages folder. You will put the component which you are going to access by the route. But let's say in employee component, one of the component is there which is kind of reusable, but you are going to use over here only. Let's say in employee form, your code is getting bigger and bigger, so you want to break down your component. So you can have one more folder over here, that is components. So inside this, again, you will create the component, but this component you are not going to access as a route. This you are going to use it inside this. Okay. Kind of a child component, you can say. It's not actually reusable, but this component, whatever component you are going to need it over here, that you keep it over here. This component, you are not going to use it in another module. So that component also you can keep it over here. So majorly pages will contain all the component which you are going to access by the route. Feature components, you call it. Okay. Then now again in the service, I forgot, like in service, according to the feature, you will create folders and then you will have the services. Let's say employee folder will be there. Employee service, you will put it over here. Sometimes for employee, you might need one or more two services, so that you will keep it over there. Let's say attendance. So instead of keeping all the services directly into the service folder, you create feature wise service also. Make sense? Now, after that, you will need shared folder. So in shared folder, you create reusable components. Okay. Let's say reusable, or I will call it as widgets. So the widgets, then custom pipes, and then custom directives. So these are the things which are directly connected with your UI template. So that we will move it to the shared folder. So all your reusable component, you keep it over here. All your custom pipe, you will keep it over here. All your custom directives as per your need and the project, role-based directive, disable directive, numbers only directive, whatever you call it, all those will go over here. Okay. So these are the folder structure, what you should have. Almost all the production level application, you will find this number of folders. Yeah, some project will have some extra folders, some won't have the enum, some won't have the helper function, some will have facade also. Let's create a facade also, facade services also. Okay, if you are not aware about the facade, so let it be. Not every Angular project you will see facade, but some projects, some product based application will, you will see the facade also, right? So things which are not directly connected with the UI will go into the core folder, pages folder. According to the feature, all the components will be over here. Then shared folder. Folders, or what do you call it? Things which are actually connected with the UI, custom pipe, custom directive, reusable component, you keep it over here, right? Now, where do you keep your different environment files? When you work on a project, you deploy application onto dev environment, then UAT, then SIT, then production. So every environment will have different URL. If your project has file upload, you are uploading files, so for every upload, how do you display the file? So your URL will be different. So environment related things, we keep it into different thing. So till Angular 15, we used to get environment folder by default created, but now they have removed it. So ng generate environments, this is the command which will create environment folder. Enter, and it will add entry to the angular.json also. So see, environment folder. Again, it is a constant file. See, it's a simple constant file, but here you will keep environment related things, not project related things, not inside, environment related things. Your, let's say, API URL. So consider this is your development. So let's say for development, it will be dev API dot api.com/API. This will be your dev API, right? But for production, it might be something else. So production, it will be prod API. Getting it? So according to the environment, key will be same, but your value will keep on changing. If you are running a project locally, then this file will be active. If you are deploying the application, then this file will be active. Okay. So these are the things what you should do. Again, in public, you can keep your font, images. You are going to use some PDFs, some asset files, so that you can keep it over here. Let me create that also. Let's say fonts, you can keep it over here. Then sometimes we create JSON file for mockings, right? So JSONs. Sometimes you will have images also. So images, you can keep it over here. Getting it? So this is the folder structure what you should have. And sometimes why you should create it. When you work with the real company where real project, sometimes your TL might set up this, or someone else might get the task to set up the folder structure. So do it, right? In your personal project, do it one time. Create all the things in all the folder, then you will understand. You will if you are preparing for interview, this is very famous question. Yeah, how do you set up your folder structure? Do you have an experience on that? Right? So once, if you have done it at least once, then you will be more confident while answering. Okay. So that's it with this video. Again, in the next video, we will be completing a one small application, employee management application. There we will see again some of the advanced things and the things we have already known. Okay. That project, don't miss it. If you have watched the tutorial videos, project is the main thing, because tutorials are just one by one topic. But when you work on the project, there actually you use all the topics, and then your knowledge comes into something. Okay. Just completing tutorial won't help you. Working on the project is going to convert your all the tutorial into proper knowledge. Okay, the whole flow and everything you will be able to understand. Fine. Again, just to revise, like if you are new, please do subscribe and like. If any comment, just add it in the comment or in video description. You will have a link of my WhatsApp group. You can join that to connect with me. Thank you. Thanks for watching. I hope videos are helpful.